Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing a full face of nothing too new. So I was originally planning on doing a full face of nothing new, but then as I was going through my makeup to choose the products, I found some things that were not necessarily old, but they're also not brand new. So I decided to do a little hybrid of the in-between. And some of these products are older to me, but like they're not ancient products in my collection, and some of them are definitely much newer, but they're not that new to the market. For example, the Huda Beauty Mercury Retrograde palette. I don't think I've used this on camera. I've used it off camera. I took it to Mexico with me in November when I went on vacation. That's when this launched, I believe. And honestly, after that, I kind of forgot to use this on camera, and I honestly haven't worn it too much since. It is a beautiful palette. So I wanted to do a look using this eyeshadow palette, and then all the other products I'll share with you as we go along. I'm just gonna jump right into it because I have a lot to say. This might be a little bit more of a chatty kind of a video, but so much happened over the past few days, you know, since filming and posting our last video. But in that video I announced our new brand, which is just Allie Glines, and I shared with you guys the makeup bags that we have been working on for so long. And you guys, like, I honestly didn't know what to expect at all on launch day. I had no idea what the response would be, if you guys would catch on easily to the concept that I was trying to explain, or if you would even feel like it's something that you could use in your life. Like, I honestly had no idea. And the response was just so incredibly positive, you guys. Like, I could not have dreamt of a better response. I was ready for anything. Honestly, I was going into it very neutral, just ready to kind of, you know, start the brand and see what happens and always improve and everything, since I'm really in this for the long haul. It's a passion of mine, and I just want to say thank you to everybody who left sweet comments, who bought a bag and all of that. You guys are the absolute best. I'm not very good at multitasking. Okay, this is the MAC Strobe Cream. It's in the shade Pink Light. I found this in my stuff and I wanted to use it today. So I'm gonna go ahead and apply this all over the skin. So like I was saying, we honestly were not expecting anything at all going into this launch. This is so new for my husband and I. We've never launched a product. I've never done anything. Like, I've never sold a product at all, like not even a collaboration product or anything like that. And so I didn't know what to expect in any way. And you guys exceeded our expectations like crazy. I'm not sure if all of you guys have seen yet, but we actually sold out of every product, which, like, it's still so surreal. I'm so grateful. You guys have no idea. I think I'm gonna let that strobe cream just sit for a minute. I'm gonna go ahead and do the eyes first, because I want to use some of the sparkly shades in the Mercury Retrograde palette, and so I want to make sure that I can clean up any fallout. So I'm going to go ahead and take my Jouer Essential High Coverage Liquid Concealer. This is in the shade Custard. Now, this is not a new product, and I've actually owned this for a really long time, and I found it in my concealer drawer over there, and I just really wanted to use it because I honestly cannot remember how I feel about it at all. So I thought it would be a good time to revisit this concealer. So I'm just going to go ahead and blend that out. But if you're new to my channel or you didn't catch my last video where we revealed the makeup bags and you're not really sure what I'm talking about at all, I will have the video linked down below for you, because that video really helps explain everything better than I'll be able to now. But since everything is sold out, we are currently working on a restock. We are already getting so many emails and comments and messages about when the restock will be. We will let you know as soon as possible. We will try to get a restock as soon as we possibly can. I'm gonna start doing my eyeshadow really quick, and then I'll keep chatting. I'm gonna go ahead and set my concealer with this shade right here called Momentum. I'm gonna go ahead and apply this all over the eyelid. It kind of has a little bit more of like a peachy undertone once you apply it. So I feel like it's gonna be a really nice base and even a little bit of a transition shade on me for when I apply the other eyeshadows. But just know that we so appreciate all of your love and support that you've shown us. I feel like the best way I can explain it is just, it's been such an incredibly humbling experience, which is kind of a strange word to use, but that's the best word that I can use to describe how I felt over the weekend. I feel a sense of gratitude and like peace around all of this because of you guys and because of how kind you are. I almost feel like, I don't know what I did to deserve such an incredible audience. Each one of you are amazing, and I hope you know that, and I hope you know that I feel that from you, and I feel how genuine you all are, and I appreciate it more than you will ever know. All right, let's get back to eyeshadow. I can't seem to do both of these things at the same time. I'm gonna take the shade Libra, which I just kind of pointed to. It's a really pretty like lavender purple shade. I think I'm gonna start to kind of pack that on the eyelid. I'm kind of feeling like doing something a little bit more lavender. I know lavender is a very like spring color, and it is nowhere close to spring over here in Utah, let me tell you. In fact, last night we were driving home from our warehouse and our car thermometer, is that what you call it? Isn't there a fancier word for that? Thermometer? Temperature gauge? I don't know. Anyways, as we were driving home, it hit -8 degrees Fahrenheit, okay? That is so cold. What's that in Celsius? What is -8 degrees Fahrenheit in Celsius?
That would be -22.2 degrees Celsius.
Cold. So sometimes in those situations where I'm like craving springtime makeup looks, but the weather is frozen outside, you just gotta kind of do the spring makeup looks early. I mean, maybe lavender could work for winter, who knows? Okay, next I'm gonna take this shade right here called Off Balance, and this is such a beautiful shade. I'm gonna start to take this and I'm just gonna use it to deepen up the outer third of the eye slightly. The tone of this over top of the lavender, it's kind of similar. It does have a little bit more warmth to it, but I'm kind of going for that more monochromatic look where there's not too much of a difference between the shades. So I'm just gonna add a bit of this to the outer corner just to add something. All right, next I'm gonna dip into this shade right here called Nebula. It's a really, really pretty sparkly shade. It kind of has like a bluish purple undertone to it. And I felt like this would be really pretty just tapped on the eyelid over top of those lavender shades. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm kind of focusing this on more of the center of the lid because there's another shade I want to add in that inner portion. Isn't that so pretty? I feel like sometimes studio lights wash out the sparkle of shadows because there's lights coming from every angle. But hopefully you guys can kind of capture the vision and get the idea. But just know it's much more sparkly in person, and especially in more dim light. It's so pretty. Okay, I'm gonna take Supermoon, which is this shade right here. And this is also a very, very reflective and sparkly shade. I'm gonna go ahead and press this on the inner third of the eye. Oh, I forgot to paint my nails today. I usually try to keep my nails pretty fresh for YouTube, you know, I try to. But this week was a little bit more crazy than normal with the launch and everything, so I'll have to remember to paint them tonight. I like truly love painting my nails. It's kind of like the same thing for me as doing my makeup, like it's therapeutic in a way. And I'll like sit there and think about what I want to do, and I'll scroll on Pinterest and look for like nail inspiration. It's just my favorite. I really do love it. I don't know what color I should paint my nails next. You guys should tell me in the comments. Do you have like a go-to nail polish color? I would love to know. Okay, I'm liking that. It's very soft and subtle, but that's what I'm all about. You guys know. I'm gonna take the brush we were using first with the shade that I applied all over as a base, and I'm just gonna kind of blend this back over top of the eyeshadows that we have closer to the brow just to soften everything up even more. Oh, like I know this is like so simple right now, and I could add more depth, but I kind of want to leave it. Like I don't even want to do eyeliner or anything. I just want to leave it as is. I'm going to go ahead and pop on mascara. Actually, first I'm going to do the CoverGirl Lash Blast Amplify Primer. So a few weeks back, I did a video, I think it was the one where I tested out your drugstore gems, and I tried this lash combo, this CoverGirl primer with this L'Oreal mascara, and I really, really liked how it turned out. And then I didn't wear the combo too frequently after that, so I saw these in my mascara drawer, and I thought that it was time to revisit this. Okay, so I'm applying the primer first. My lashes always look so strange with just primer on, especially when it has like a white base to it. It's just the weirdest thing. I feel like I look crazy. All right, next I'm going to apply the L'Oreal Unlimited Mascara, and I'm just going to apply this directly on top of that primer. Okay, I've been sitting here in silence for like 3 minutes while applying this mascara, just trying to make sure it builds properly and doesn't look too clumpy, but also voluminous. Okay, I think that's as good as it's gonna get for now for the lashes. I'm gonna go ahead and remove any fallout that got underneath the eyes. Then I'm just gonna go ahead and press down the edges of the eyeshadow. It's really soft today, so there's not too much to like blend into the skin, but I'm just doing that out of habit, I guess. Okay, I still feel like we have quite a bit of the strobe cream left on the face, so I'm not gonna reapply. I really wanted to use my Believe Beauty foundation. It has been way too long and I've missed it. I'm gonna take this on, what is this? A Luxie Pro Precision Face Brush. And I'm just gonna start to apply this all over the skin. Okay, that was one pump. I kind of feel like my skin's looking weird. Well, it's just kind of acting out a little bit because I think it's probably because of stress over the past week or so. Oh man, there was just so much going on in my mind and so many things actually going on before the launch day that I think it caught up to me and my skin, but it's all good now. Isn't that wild how there's such a direct correlation with like stress and your skin? Have you guys ever noticed that, or does that happen to you? Because it is such a direct correlation. I will start breaking out everywhere after having really good skin for a while, and I'll think of what changed because I feel like I'm pretty consistent with my diet, but when I get stressed, like I also feel like I don't sleep as well, and it's just like this vicious cycle, you know? That's just part of life, I guess. Thank heavens for concealer. Speaking of concealer, I'm gonna go back into the Jouer Essential High Coverage Concealer. And I'm going to use this to conceal the entire face. I'm just going to use one shade. It is a little bit darker than what I normally use for like underneath the eye area, but I'm just wanting to keep it kind of simple today. So I'm just going to cover up any blemishes. Kind of use the concealer to highlight the center of the face as well. So as you guys probably know, I love getting your feedback. I just feel like it's the best way for me to learn and to create content that like you guys actually want to see. So I would love it if you guys would leave a comment down below letting me know if there are specific videos you would like to see, or like even a certain type of video, a certain style of video that you would like to see. I always want to make sure that like my videos are as helpful to as many of you as possible, so please let me know. I would absolutely love that. Oh, and speaking of feedback, we actually have a Facebook group, a private Facebook group that if you would like to, you can join. I will have it linked down below, or you can just go to, I think it's group.allieglines.com, and you can request to be accepted. And that is where I'm going to have you guys give me feedback on future products, or, you know, if we're currently working on some things, which we are. I might pick your brains a little bit just to see what direction exactly we should go for certain things. So if that's something that you would like to be a part of, I would love to have you be a part of it. Again, I really value all of your feedback and all of your opinions and your creativity and all of that. So just wanted to mention that again if you did not know about it. All right, I was going through my things and I found the Kylie Cosmetics setting powders. So these are not new, but they are also not that old, but oh, maybe at this point. I don't really know how old these are now. Point is, it's been a while since I've used them and I really wanted to. So I actually bought two shades when I bought these powders. I bought the shade Soft Pink and what's the other one? Just Translucent, I believe. So I've put a little bit in the caps. I'm actually going to mix the two colors because I want a little bit of that soft pink shade to brighten, but I don't want it to be too pink. Sometimes on like my super fair skin, if things are tinted a little too much, it's a little too much, you know? I'm just going to take this on a little paddle brush and I'm just going to lightly press that underneath the eyes just to kind of brighten. I'm going to take that down to like the center of the face. It's so crazy because after I filmed my no powder foundation routine, I feel like I honestly have not been using powder as much. Like putting powder under my eyes right now makes it feel so dry compared to what I've been doing. It's crazy. I'm just going to take the sponge and kind of press over it because sometimes the moisture of a little bit of a damp sponge over powder can help kind of melt it into the skin and not make it feel so dry if it's feeling a little bit dry. Then again, since it's so cold, my skin has really been so dry recently, which is not fun, you know? I'm going to take a bit of the translucent powder, so not mixing in the pink one, it's just the translucent alone. I'm just going to set the cheeks with this. Okay, I also wanted to revisit this Sephora Micro Smooth powder. It has been a while since I've used this and I really wanted to revisit it to see if I had any like thoughts on it because it has been sitting in my drawers for a long time. It kind of feels like a new product to me today because it's honestly been so long since I've used it, but like it's not that old to me. Well, I don't know. I don't remember how old some of these products are. I think I bought this last year sometime. Anyways, I'm just taking that powder brush and I'm just blending this all over the skin to kind of create a little bit of a blurred effect. Okay, I'm going to finish up the eyes really quickly. I'm going to take the same brush we were just using. I think I used this brush with the Off Balance shade and I'm actually going to dip it back into Off Balance and just kind of lightly run that along the lower lash line. And then I'm going to take a bit of Libra and just blend that right on top and a little bit underneath. All right, next I'm going to take this shade right here called Galaxy. And I think I'm going to spray my brush for this one. I'm just going to take my setting spray and kind of get the brush damp so that there's not too much fallout. And I'm just going to kind of press that along the inner third of the lower lash line. And then I'm going to go back into Supermoon right here. And I want to just kind of press that in the inner corner to create a little bit more of an intense inner corner highlight. Can you guys believe it's already February? It's insane to me. My birthday's in February, so that's kind of fun, but it's still wild to me how fast time goes. I'm just gonna go ahead and apply some of that same exact L'Oreal mascara to the lower lashes. Do you guys have any Valentine's Day plans? I'm actually gonna be in LA over Valentine's Day, so that'll be kind of fun. I'm going for an event, and then we're just gonna stick around for a few more days and go visit our best friends, because we always like to kind of make a trip out of it if we have to go for work things. We always like to visit our friends, so I'm actually really excited to do that. I'm gonna go ahead and warm up the face with the ColourPop Coconut Beach bronzer. This is something that's not too new. It's newer, and I love it. But I'm actually really looking forward to Valentine's Day this year. It's funny because Valentine's Day used to be my least favorite holiday. And I don't even know why now. Maybe it was when I was single. Even though I should have had a better attitude about it when I was single, you know, it's still a fun day to celebrate. You can treat yourself, you can go get a manicure, you know, go to Walmart, buy your favorite snacks, watch a movie, you know? Ooh, speaking of, I have been meaning to ask you guys for movie recommendations. Okay, here's what I'm looking for. I feel like I have seen every romantic comedy in the books, but those are my favorite movies to watch, okay? Like, I love romantic comedies. They are my absolute favorite, and especially around Valentine's Day, I feel like it's always fun to kind of watch some classics. So, even though I feel like I've seen a lot, I would love to know what your favorite romantic comedies are, or just like what your favorite movies are in general, because I'm always looking to watch something fun and funny with a little bit of romance, you know? So I would love to know what you guys would recommend to me. Okay, this is something that is definitely new to me, but it's not necessarily too new to the beauty industry, but it still is kind of. This is the Monochrome Moment blush, and I recently picked up the shade She's Sincere. I have another shade of this blush, and I used it so much that I really felt like I would get use out of another color. This is definitely more of a peach tone, but I wanted to share with you guys a tip that I learned from Katie. But she went to a master class with makeup by Ariel, I believe, and he taught her this trick, and then I was watching her video and she taught me this trick, and it's kind of a game changer. So instead of applying blush and smiling and applying it right here, she said that he said to apply it like a little bit higher, almost underneath the eye a little bit. And I've been doing that and I really like it. I think it makes a difference, and it just makes my cheeks look more blended than they have before. So just something that you might want to try, because I feel like sometimes the placement of blush can be a little bit tricky, and I feel like this just makes things look much more youthful. I'm going to take a little across the nose as well. Why not? But do you see what I'm saying? I'm going to load up a little bit more right here so that the brightest part is right here, but so that it does blend up a little bit higher than normal. I just really like that. I don't know. I think it's super pretty. So next I'm going to take the Flower Beauty Day Glow Highlighting Glaze. This I forgot about as well. I'll be honest. And I remember really liking it. So I need to use it again. I need to keep these things like front and center so that I can remember to use them, because the whole out of sight, out of mind thing is like true when it comes to makeup. If you can't see it, you're not going to use it. So I really need to keep some of these things out front and center so that I get more use out of it. I'm just taking my sponge and going directly into the pan, and now I am layering that up on the cheeks. I'm just doing this very gently so that I don't disturb the makeup underneath. Ooh, one more thing about Valentine's Day, since it is coming up. Would you guys like to see a Valentine's Day-y tutorial, you know? Or something just inspired by, or something, I don't know, Valentine's Day-y? And if so, what kind of looks do you guys go for on Valentine's Day? Because I feel like there are different moods sometimes for Valentine's Day. Like sometimes if it's a first date situation, you might want to feel, I don't know, really confident. Or there's other first dates where you might want to feel like you're super put together, but you also don't want him to feel like you've tried too hard. So it's like that perfect in-between makeup look. You know what I'm talking about. Or then sometimes it's like, I just want to have fun and I want to feel flirty with my makeup look. So you play with pink tones and you go all out. Or there's like the Valentine's Day dinner where you're going out with your significant other and maybe you've been with them for a long time and you just want to kind of amp up what you normally do, but still look like yourself. You know, there's a lot of options. So I would love to know what you guys would like to see if I were to do something with Valentine's Day in mind. And by the way, there's also the stay at home watching Netflix makeup look, where you just enjoy the makeup that you have and you feel really awesome, you know? There's that makeup look too. I feel like a glazed donut. Do you want to know a secret about me, you guys? I don't like donuts, especially not glazed ones. I don't like the weird film that it leaves in my mouth, like a Krispy Kreme donut, you know? I know I'm gonna get a lot of hate for this because I know there's a lot of people who like Krispy Kreme donuts, okay? And if that is you, that is a-okay to me. But for some reason, I just have never been a donut person, like ever. It's funny because I don't consider myself to really be too much of like a picky person when it comes to food. Like, listen, I love all types of food, okay? I will try almost anything, and I love almost anything. But there's just some things that I just, you know, I wouldn't go out and buy myself, and glazed plain donuts is one of those things. I'm gonna go ahead and line the lips with the Thrive Cosmetics Lip Filler Lip Liner in the shade Jessie. This is a really beautiful soft pink color. It kind of gives like a barely there lip liner effect on me, which I really like for certain looks. Okay, after I have lined and filled in the lips, I'm going to go ahead and apply my ColourPop So Juicy Gloss in the shade Roundabout. This is the most incredible gloss shade. I love it. Okay, we're going to step back and assess the situation. I feel like the bronzer looks pretty good. Need to blend it a little bit there and blend it a little bit here. And then I'm going to add a little more blush just to the apples of the cheeks. I'm going to kind of go in ham. These blushes are really buildable, which is actually nice when it comes to a blush. Oh, I just got it all over my shirt. Oh well. So I really feel like you can kind of load up your brush and you're not really going to go overboard and it will just kind of build up on itself. I'm actually going to take a little bit of this same blush and I'm going to pop some of it right here underneath the brow and also a little bit right here underneath the eye to kind of tie in that color a little bit more. All right, now I'm going to set the face with my ColourPop Pretty Fresh Hyaluronic Acid Setting Mist, which I will probably need to buy a new one sometime this month. I'm just going to go ahead and spray the face. This is like the best mist of all time. Oh, it's so good. Oh no, I don't know where my fan is. I'll just use my hands today to dry off the setting spray. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and take my sponge and just kind of press that into the skin a little bit more. And then I am, of course, going to set the brows, and today I wanted to use the NYX Control Freak Brow Gel. And I'm just going to run that through the brows to lock them in. Alright you guys, so that completes today's video. I hope you enjoyed this more casual, chatty video where we just used some makeup that wasn't too new, you know? But some of it kind of was, and then some of it was also not new. So that is what we did today, in case you forgot. But seriously, you guys, thanks again for all the love and support you showed us around the makeup bags we launched. I will never be able to say thank you enough, and I know I've said it 1,000 times on Instagram already, but I want to make sure that I tell as many people as possible. So thank you to everybody who supported, whether you bought a bag or just sent kind words. It made our entire day, and we can't wait to continue to grow the brand with you guys. It's going to be an amazing year, and I can't wait to create products that will just work into your everyday routine. That is my ultimate goal, and I want to bring you the best quality possible for the best price possible. So thanks again for all the love and support. If you're new here, hi, my name is Allie, and I would love for you to join the family. You can do so by hitting the subscribe button. And if you're already a subscriber but you want to be notified on Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays at 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, click on the bell after you subscribe and you'll get a notification every single time I post. That's it from me today. I hope you guys have an amazing day wherever you are, and I will see you in my next video. Love you. Bye!